This one phrase has completely changed my life. And this is a question, or really two questions that I ask myself almost anytime I'm trying to decide, I'm trying to make a decision, trying to figure something out. And this took me 7 years of entrepreneurship to be able to figure out this simple phrase. And like I said, this has completely changed my life. And the phrase is, do I want to? Do I need to? And it sounds so simple, but there's a lot of layers in here. And I'm gonna kind of tell you a little bit more about my story and also how I kind of came up with this phrase. And it sounds really common and common sense and all that kind of stuff. But when I really dive in deeper, if you understand this, this could be something extremely profound. So the question, anytime I'm gonna be doing something, I like to ask myself is, do I need to do this thing? And if the answer is no, the secondary question, or sometimes I flip the order, is, do I want to? So a lot of times I'll start out with, do I want to do this thing that I'm doing? Whether it's something for fun, something for work. And oftentimes for work stuff, I find that the answer is no, I don't want to do whatever I'm doing. Sometimes the answer is yes. Like for instance, for me, I love doing YouTube videos. I love filming the YouTube videos. Performance Nut Butter, when I was first launching it, I absolutely loved the process of launching it. But what I find is I do a lot of things because I feel like I should do them. And I put quotes on should because what is this should what is this reason why I feel like I need to be doing it? And I think it goes really, a lot deeper. And so the first question I'll ask myself is, do I want to do this thing I'm about to do? Now, obviously sometimes you don't want to do things, but you need to do it. For instance, taxes. I don't ever want to do taxes. First off, I pay someone to do my taxes for me. I got to look over them and all that kind of stuff. But that's a perfect example of, well, I need to do this. So even though I don't want to, yeah, I need to. A lot of times I'll force myself in situations where I need to do something. For instance, I sold the beta course, the Passion Product Formula beta course, my Amazon FBA course. I sold it before it was complete, and I let people know as soon as they joined, hey, it's not fully complete yet, but don't worry, I'm working on it. And the reason I did that is I didn't really want to make a course at the time. I wanted to, but once I started working on it, I didn't want to complete it, and I didn't need to complete it, so it just never got done. But I knew it was something really important. I knew it was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to have a completed course, but once I got into it, I was halfway done filming my course. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But deep down, I knew in the long run it was something that I need to do because it had the potential to help out so many people. So that was a perfect example of something where I knew I'd need to do it, but I kind of figured out a way to make myself accountable to other people. And that's a really good technique. Something I highly recommend is figuring out how to kind of force yourself to do those things that you know is going to be extremely helpful for you. And you know that in the long run, you're going to look back on your life and be like, wow, I'm so happy I did that. But at the same time, in this last year, I've given up so many opportunities to make a lot of money. If I wanted to, so here's an interesting fact. If I wanted to market my course and really try to sell it really hard, I could be making 2 to 3 times as much money off the course. But that's not really what I want to do. So check on that one. I don't want to do it, and I don't really need to. I'm very grateful for the first time. The last few years, for the first time in a long time, I've been making enough money where it's like I don't need to do things for the money. Now I still feel this deep down desire, this deep down urge, I need to be doing things, or I should say. I feel this thing inside of me where I have this amazing opportunity and I feel like, oh, I should be taking full advantage of it. But what I'm realizing is, why? What is this voice inside my head? So the perfect example is the course. So with this course, it is, if I wanted to, I could triple the amount of money I'm making every month. But what do I need more money for? Wouldn't I rather just live a happy life? And along the way, don't get me wrong, I'm working on the course. My goal right now, just since this is kind of more vlog style, my goal right now is to make the course freaking amazing. And then once it's freaking amazing, then I want to start spending a lot of money on advertising. And don't get me wrong, I think the course is really good right now, but I want it to just be where I have no doubts in my mind about anything. And anytime someone asks for their money back, I'm just like, you're a fool. And I kind of feel that way already. Don't get me wrong again. I'm saying that word a lot. But it's one of those things that I think I have a lot that I want to add to it. A lot that I'm still in the testing phase. The course has only been out for 6-8 months right now. Only officially been out for 6 months. So it's still in the testing phase. Now the good thing is for everybody that has joined, as I upgrade it and as I improve it, they're gonna get access to everything. So it's not like the people that joined earlier on are the smart ones, because those are the people that are gonna get access to all the upgrades, and they have the input, because the people that joined early on, I'm asking them, hey, how can I make this better? And they're saying, oh, I wish it was like this, and I wish it was like this. And I'm like, cool. And I'm using all that input to make a really absolutely amazing course. So let's get back to this phrase though. When most of my life, actually, so this is some deeper stuff here, is most of my life, a lot of the things I did, I don't want to say this, a lot of things I did I wanted to do, don't get me wrong, but again, I'm using that phrase. But at the same time, there's kind of this external feeling, this external force working on me, like, well, I should be working really hard. That's another good example, is I felt like I need to work really hard all the time. And the question's like, why? Like, why do you need to work 10 hours a day? And I'm not saying I always work 10 hours a day, but I felt guilty when I wasn't working, which is so silly, because that's, you know, part of being an entrepreneur is you want to enjoy your life. But I had this guilt because I wasn't doing the thing I felt like I quote unquote should be doing. So that's one of those examples of, I didn't want to work 10 hours a day. I didn't need to work 10 hours a day, but I felt like I should. So I felt guilty, which meant I couldn't fully relax and enjoy myself, which meant when I couldn't fully relax and enjoy myself, I couldn't work as hard as I want. Also, on a quick side note, I'm actually in Santa Barbara right now. Ariana and I wanted a quick vacation, so we drove up north to Santa Barbara, which is like an hour and a half north of Santa Monica. And one thing we realized is, because of the coronavirus, because of COVID-19, we didn't really want to do a lot of going to the airport, doing all this like long distance travel, but we realized we haven't explored a lot of Southern California. So we decided that we're gonna do that this weekend, and I'm going with some friends in 2 weeks to San Diego. It's a bunch of my entrepreneur buddies, which I'm extremely excited about. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do an episode when I'm there, just kind of talking about some of the lessons I learned. But me and 5 of my entrepreneur buddies were renting an Airbnb and just gonna kind of mastermind, kind of reflect on the last 6 months, year of our, multiple years of our business, and kind of figure out what direction we want to take. I'm also going with my family to Ventura County. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, so here in Santa Barbara, we've been doing some wine tasting. Just a lot of eating, relaxing. We've got a beautiful Airbnb here. I'll just show a little B-roll of the spot with a great view. And overall, that's kind of a lot of what's going on. And on this channel, I'm going to start wanting to do a lot more of this kind of stuff, conversation. What kind of questions do you guys want me to answer? Like, what topics do you want me to talk about? Leave a comment down below. And also, of course, make sure to smash that subscribe button if you're enjoying this content and you want to see more of it. But other than that, make sure to enjoy the journey. And I'll link a video right here that I highly recommend checking out. Another video I've done on this channel. So click on that video. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.